Hello and welcome everybody, I'm one proud Bavarian and we are back here in Hayk with the good old Saint Anna the Wise. And what a good Saint Anna has truly been. By the way, I didn't know this, but the emperor title for the Armenians is apparently Kaisrui. I'm not certain, but you know what I can tell you is this episode is going to be a bit different than what we usually do here. Let me explain what we're going to do in this episode. We're going to be fairly passive, and we are, just going to repay our loans. We're just going to build up the country, and there are several good reasons for why I'm doing this. The primary reason is that, if we expand right now, we are in a very strong position. Not the strongest, but we can kind of push it out every single war. So I want to give my rivals all around me some time to have their own little games go on, not constantly have me attack them and have them decimated by me. So what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of rebuild, and I'm going to give the world some time to develop. The main reason beyond that is that essentially, if you look at the name and the success that Saint Anna, the name, if you look at the life and the success that Saint Anna the Wise had so far, it is incredible. It's outrageously successful. You barely ever see somebody do what she did. She even created an empire, and she's just our second ruler. And so that she doesn't become our last ruler, or our second to last ruler, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, give ourselves some time, not do something. Now, additionally, I don't think that us being passive means that this episode will be boring, because 1090 is the start of the crusade availability, meaning that within 10 years, that is the mean time to happen, within 10 years, there's a 50% chance that the Pope calls for the crusade for Jerusalem. And I would be interested in seeing that. Maybe we're going to start intervening once that has gone, or, has begun, rather. But the way I see it right now, and that took some time there, but the way I see it right now, there's going to be changes here in the world. The Christians are going to, in this episode, get their crusades. The Muslims of all sorts, even the Sunni Muslims as well as the Ismaili Muslims should get, well, a dangerous tool that they could use against us at any point, the jihad. We're going to see about that, and I want them, to all kind of get their own, a decent amount of strength. I don't want to already push into them and destroy them before they even get their jihad tools. So what we're going to do is we're just going to wait a bit. Founding of an empire. Your realm stretches from horizon to horizon. The armies you command have crushed all foes. The prosperity of your people is undeniable. Clearly you are favored by God, and it seems fitting and just that you should be called Kaisrui of Hayk and exalted above all other rulers. There will surely still be challenges ahead, but under your leadership, the H.I.P plant in New Age. I can't read today. Whether that H is one of further glory or ultimate destruction will be determined by your guiding hand. And I'm going to rename this, by the way. I agree with the Hayastan suggestion. There you go, Hayastan. That's a nice name. I enjoy it personally. I like it. Let's take a look. What are all of you doing? You're converting. That's nice. I want you to actually research military tech. You research this stuff. Thank you very much. All right, let's continue. So we're going to watch the world, but what's Wales doing, for example? Let's take a look here. Wales not doing much, but they are the suzerain of Denmark, meaning that Denmark is their tributary, serving their every whim. Fair. Seljuks are now under the leadership of the good old Shah the Wise, so they have a good ruler, all things considered. You'd think they don't, but, he's kind of brought it back. What's the Vasile Romayon doing? Not much, it appears. You're not single anymore, that's disappointing. Would Saint Anna marry anybody at this point? I don't think she would. I don't think it's very likely that she would. So let's just continue onwards. As I said, oh, and you've actually converted them in Vaspura Khan. Thank you so much, Eshkan. I really do appreciate it. Man, the land truly has been converted on a pretty grand scale. Looks like you've had a decent job as well. And look at all the children. Good God, that is crazy. Crazy amount of children these fellas are having. And they're all looking good. Converted province. Very, very nice. Oh, and we've become zealous because we just converted a province. We have been a tremendous queen and a tremendous saint. Especially after the last episode. I mean, keep in mind that all these people are praying for me. I don't know why, by the way. I'm going to, as I said, flesh out this society in the future. But this society apparently, only mayors want to join. Are you seeing this? There's some, the Ishkar, the Naxara, and then you have an Azat here, which I'm not even sure. Azat might be... I'm not actually certain. Is it a bishopric? No, it's not. That's a bishop. It's just mayors. I don't know why it's just mayors joining here, but, I mean, God bless them. They're praying for me. But we have been a tremendous personality, and you know, with these years we will now focus on the internal, on the domestic policies. We're going to try to get the ball rolling again when it comes to our value and the prosperity that we have in our country. And I'm also going to go ahead, by the way, and actually do a favor now that I've had in mind for a long time. A favor to all those that serve us in the countries that we, you know, that we conquered just recently. I'm going to change this so that infidel titles can be revoked. Maybe they will finally get this under their control. Would be very, very nice. Marshal Prince Adelphius told me about his ideas. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about, but he was adamant in his belief that this would improve the military. I'm going to change our focus, by the way, to rulership. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's change it to business. It sounds about adequate. You know, she wants to focus on business. She wants to revamp the country after all of this, all the loans, all the wars. And I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's just convert a province. Doesn't hurt, does it? Did it already send you? Where are you currently? In Bejunik, so that makes a lot of sense. Thank you. Alright, wonderful. I will also start thinking about building a great work, but likely not a Saint Anna. We will have to take a look at that. A holy man came to court today to talk about matters of faith, but it soon became clear he held rather unorthodox views. Being a zealous defender of the church at all times, I believe I did the right thing when I gave the order to imprison a blasphemous pagan who dared criticize my faith and my church, and she liked it. Thank you, Ovzana. I think I brought her up. No, that's a different Ovzana. Let's adopt those ideas. Oh, and let's go negative, I guess. We've already paid back a chunk of our loan there in the initial phase. I'm not going to take any more loans, thank you very much. We still have a huge loan, and I think one large loan, and that, you know, going to take some time. Let's just say it like that. It is going to take some time, but would you look at these wonderful, wonderful conversions. Somebody said, by the way, hey, why don't you attack Georgia? And the thing about that is Georgia has not been hostile to us at all after the initial, you know, Bagrationi kind of deal going on there, and Bagratuni and the families and whatnot, but they have done nothing. Oh, and I will usurp this even for the money. They have done nothing to slight us, and you know what? You might be ambitious, but you're deaf. I think you're going to be a good duke. So the way I see it, this is, you know, Georgia has been a steadfast kind of bulwark in the north against all sorts of people that might infringe on our rights. And you have now married Nazani Hayk. Very nice. Son of Adelphius. Princess Anna. Yeah, they already have children, but they are only female. We have 4 women. 4 women total, too many. That's a bit of a weird situation to be in. None of you had any children, so that's fine. Alright, let's continue onwards. As I said, in this episode I hope that we will actually get to the, you know, Crusader age, and then in the next episode we will take back the reins and maybe chime in as the Crusades are going down. But as I said, hey, you know, if you want to skip an episode, if you've ever felt like skipping an episode, I think you should skip this one, because while we will take detailed looks at everything that is going on in the world, blah blah, Vastaskan, a tributary state. Damn, he's being very active over here. But while we might, you know, look more in depth than we ever will again throughout the entire world, I will tell you straight up, hey, this will not have that many things happen, you know, in comparison to what else is going on in the next episodes to come. When the Crusaders are here, when the entire face of the Middle East changes. And when the jihad might even come our way. I mean, I don't know, it's difficult to say, isn't it? Ishkan Abu Gamra expresses his wish to have a seat on the council. I mean, he does deserve it. But should I truly give it to him? Maybe in his stead? What is your skill? You're a terrible archer. Ugh, 3. Good God, you know what? We don't need you, sorry. I don't mean to insult him, you know, personally. Look at the Seljuks, by the way. They come from smaller farms. Some with a goat or a pig to sell. Some with only bushel of vegetables or fruits. Others with a whole wagon of produce. Peasants sell their produce inside the city walls, but the burghers protest against it and want to forbid it. Peasants always cause trouble. Don't let them in, or they should be able to sell their produce inside the city. Absolutely. Are you crazy, Mayor Ashot? They have a right to sell this here. How are they going to live otherwise? Oh, see, and I didn't even finish this. This is one of the things. I wanted to switch this around, and I changed it. I made it so that it changed tutorial points. That's, you know, this is a mod that I used where I modified the society. But like that you could use the favor here for piety, except me, and I changed it, but when I did it I already had CK2 open, so it didn't actually take the change in. God, that's my bad. They came You've seen this already, excuse you? Oh, that's my bad. That sincerely is my bad. But as I said, I'm currently in the process of fleshing it out. There are some missions that are running in the background for all of the people here, and the more they succeed, the more the influence goes up. And if the influence reaches certain points, we will have some options to react to that. So this is kind of like a living world. I like having events that I don't know when exactly they are coming, because then I'd feel more natural about it, even if I wrote them myself. So, you know, here's a little look into the framework of what I'm doing here, you know, with all the modding in the series. So I'm kind of fleshing this out, but I screwed up there. This shouldn't be here. This shouldn't be available for us. Like, it should never be available for the player. But, hey, don't worry about it too much. We propose that Nana Bagdasarian. Don't see why you wouldn't be okay marrying that. But you know what? Why not a betrothal instead? You know what? Let's bind our houses together. Let's work together, my friend. I believe that one of your vessels can be discouraged. Right. Don't really need to do anything about him. There's a group of carpenters in Jirac that are working together more and more, as well as taking on apprentices. This is a situation that cannot be ignored, and so you need to either approve of this carpenter's guild to ensure you have a good reputation amongst the skilled workers, or you could outlaw them to make sure that they're not an impediment on the local market structure. You know what, I'll support them. Absolutely. Let's get it done. And now that we are friends, what about... Oh! Can't actually get an alliance. Oh, interesting. I guess she is too distant because she's a granddaughter of mine. That's an interesting perspective. How are my sons doing? Zealous, you know, he's a good character. He is a tremendous fighter, formidable fighter. You know, if he came to power, if I were to die right now, we would have to go on and start wars. I'm telling you straight up, that's the character he is, without a doubt. And then Ishkan Ashot the Fearless, also a really, really good character. I mean, he might be stressed, but man, I would even dare say he's almost better. The good old Adelphius. Mayor Avag approaches you and presents to you a request to buy a small plot of land in Jirac. This is a hard decision to take, since he promises to pay well for the land. Get sold of land to a burgher. Castle tax goes down. I do need the gold. You know what? I'm gonna do it. It's a stimulating kind of situation. I'm gonna repay this loan real quick. Ever since your pursuit of wealth began and you started keeping a close eye on both income and expenses, your coffers seem to be filled to the brim more often than not. A thriving economy is good for the realm. It absolutely is. Yeah, I think this is a valid character movement. It's just a bit boring, I guess, because... Oh my god, I thought it was one of my sons, but it ain't. Alright, but you know, it's a bit more boring. We're not doing that big a thing here, all things considered. Are you... Oh, you're in a war, I see how it is. I think we just inherited you, and indeed we did. Yeah, there would be nothing wrong, actually, with making it so that we give it to an existing vassal. And I think I will... Nope, I will do it. I will not tinker around in this duchy over there. If I give you a castle, you immediately become a feudal lord, don't you? Alright, let's try this. Oh no, we have a theology here now. I'm very happy. The Prince Archbishop Vaktank of Sivnik. Not an amazing court chaplain, potentially, but you know, hey. He is the Prince Bishop. And Eshkan has passed away, so you know what? Let's put him in there. He deserves it. You know, just from his position. And let's proselytize a bit. Payatakaran is converted. Very, very nice. Man, the Messalian faith is on the march. Let me tell you. Let's repay all these loans. And now we only have a medium loan left. 200 bucks. That is pretty easily done. I will... You know what's stubborn? I don't think that fits her. As a character, I've never seen her stubborn. She's always been flexible with her mind. Smart. You know, smooth. A very good operator. Man, we look so close to Alziri, but they even have a better color scheme because it's a bit more, you know, brownish. They're just so, like, pale. ISO pale. It's an old meme. And those of you, okay, thank you for the additional levy. I really do approve of it. What are the Seljuks doing? Nothing much. The Al-Hushaini dynasty is conquest of Awila, so they're defending themselves, and then they are starting a revocation war. A large merchant caravan from distant lands has arrived at the gates of your stronghold. Their leader, a jovial man of massive girth, pleads with you in a strange accent to grant them shelter for the elements for the night. What is this? Yes. Very well, let them in. It should be good for business. As evening falls, the fat merchant sits by the fire and regales you and the rest of the court with stories of his travels. His appetite seems insatiable, but also, as you do not wish to prove a poor host, you order your servants to bring in a second serving. Still can't ally you. I really dislike this. I mean, once we pass away, we would be able to... Oh no. This is not... Oh, all of you are going to be so mad at me. I already know it. This is not the person that I meant to marry. What? Who are you? Wait a minute. Oh, I know what happened. I went for the betrothal and I trusted that the only young people there would be the ones that are my nieces. Or no, not my nieces, my granddaughters. But of course they're not at my court. They're at the courts of my relatives. Oh, this pains me. Oh, You know, I mean, sometimes you just know, don't you? Oof, that hurts. Dawn breaks and the caravan prepares to move on. The merchant insists on leaving you a gift as thanks for your great hospitality. He shouts a terse command in a foreign language and a young man comes forward. This eunuch will serve you well, the merchant says. His loyalty to you, his new master, shall be beyond reproach. That is very kind. I accept your gift. I truly do. Leave me. And we will have enough money in a second here to repay the last loan. And there's raiders, excuse you. Excuse me. Alright, let's beat him up. Let's get rid of these fools. The first fight in a million years, it feels like, doesn't it? And we're going to trash him. There you go. Easy. I could usurp a title, but don't really want to usurp this. You know, the way I see it, first of all, let's repay this real quick. And then we only have this small loan. Wonderful. There you go. We are loan free. And I'm actually going to embrace the Antiochian school. Absolutely. Absolutely. Would you look at this? Now we are actually the perfect saint. Straight up. Following church doctrine. We are church doctrine, aren't we? Very, very nice. Oh, and they actually did convert it finally. So we now have something fully under our control. In the meantime, by the way, the kingdoms of Dailam. There you go, 23 years. This is 38 years, 16 years. They're slowly but surely fading into Hayk. Hayastan. Oh, and I need to... I'm actually going to leave you as Hayk and you as Hayastan. That's okay. And if I'm not mistaken here... Oh, and I am mistaken, it appears. Why is... Oh, because I don't fully control Hayk. That is why it is not de jure drifting into Hayastan. Ah, that actually annoys me quite a bit, but don't worry about it too much. You, my friend... Wouldn't it be nice if I could push through you and actually get something done here? You know, as I said, don't expect too much from this episode, but if I get the chance and the opportunity, I would still like to do that. And deal with it, you know. Maybe attacking the Basileia Romayon. 4.99k troops. They are defending together. Oh, damn, Hungary. You look very, very terribly. Tributary state. I mean, you're going to fail in that. I can already tell you that much. What we could also do, and this is what I've been kind of looking at, Malazgirt, right? If we slowly start taking Hayk, there's nothing wrong with that. The actual Hayk, you know. Would she start a war just after she briefly came out of this? Can I switch to war focus? You know what? Let's do something this episode after all. I was, you know, for the longest time, I was like, we'll be fine. But now that I look at it, why wouldn't you do it? You know, why wouldn't you do it? Hey, I wouldn't even come here. Come on. Wait, are you already with me? Oh yeah, you're already here. Very nice. What? Oh, he doesn't have a military education. I would like to send one of these fellas, and I can only send them in. Oh, and look at you. You are strong. Man, these children genuinely are the best. They all turn out great. Anna Hayk, my kinswoman, age 1. Let's not marry him or betroth them to the wrong one, okay? Let's not make that mistake again. I would like to be your educator, Anna. Who else could be the educator there? Alright, and then I would like to betroth... Can I not do this? I'd like to be the educator for both of you then. Alright, thank you. Can I not betroth you? Apparently not. Man, this is a bit... You know, I can only hope that Adelphius does the right thing and betroths them there, but, you know, not that I have anything to say for that, I guess. Alright, and let's go. You know what? Let's start a war here. Let's do it. Even if I have to take some more loans, I think we'll be fine. I mean, all things considered, we can't use the Holy Order here, because this does not count. And even then, I'm certain... Wait, what? Didn't it say I had way more troops? Oh. Oh, I almost actually, like... Oof. Many years of my life, right, we have become the lord of the, or the lady of the honorable martyrs. Not that that changes anything yet. I'm going to tinker a bit with the, you know, opportunities of who you can be and what the ranks and the organization are. But all of that, you know, needs some time. And I'm only doing this in my free time, keep in mind, so have some patience with me if you will. I would really enjoy it if you did. We're going to have a great time here. Byzantines are actually weak, and while we did not have any clashes with them until now, this is our land, de jure. We weren't even present when it happened. Evidently Ovzana and Ovzana had some kind of argument to record, something which has become increasingly vicious over the last several days, as each of them drags more fellow courtiers into their feud. Both have approached you to ask for your support against the other. Support Ovzana. Oh no. Don't know what's going on. I mean, they both like me. Quite a lot, actually. I feel very neutral about both of them, but this Ovzana wins out a bit, and she wants to become a saint, an imperial bureaucrat. Oh, this is cool. I hope that I'm supporting you, and I did not support her. God damn it. I supported the wrong one. Alright, well, you know, you never know. I tried my best there, and I failed. As I apparently, very apparently, did not understand which Ovzana I was supporting. Interesting event. Put them in irons. Put them all in irons. This is our land, and I will take it. I don't even think I have to pay anything for it. One of the eunuchs at the imperial court has distinguished himself and caught the attention of your advisors. Though they are usually of the jealous kind and loath to admit redeeming qualities in others, even they cannot deny the promise of this young man. Very well, bring this man before me. You know what? Sure. The eunuch is brought, and you can immediately tell there is a keen intelligence behind the young man's eyes. His loyalty to you is without question, and here is a man who cannot be seduced by the wiles of women or turned against you by dynastic ties. Despite his few years, he has already won renown for his diplomatic ability. A man named Shahanshah. His name is literally Shahanshah. That's ridiculous. Ooh, quite powerful. Vassalization War of Balkashi. I don't know why they're going up there. They seem to be very frustrated with what I have done to them over here in the west, so that they incredibly, weirdly, strangely, because this is useless land, focus on the northeast now. You want to be on the council? No. I don't think you're good enough, I'll be honest with you. Not gonna lie. Oh, why do you have your troops raised? It's rebellions, okay. Just checking, you know. Making sure that you're not up to something funny. Alright, let's take them out. This is our land, as I've said before. Man, I still regret actually marrying off the Georgian girl. Or well, you know, the girl to the Georgian. Not the right choice there. I hope, though, that, you know, might spread some Messalianism there. Your vassal Azad Vazak of Amberd is arguing with his wife. She seems quite upset, and they are almost screaming at each other. I don't like him. No, none of my business. Stop killing the besieging soldiers, please, game. Take them all prisoner, of course. How else could it be? Easy. But after this, so that our borders look decent, I definitely have to gobble up you. And I mean, I shouldn't care about borders. Nobody truly did that. You know, historically speaking. But come on. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Who doesn't? Deliver them to the dungeons. And not a single fight has been fought, but the war is over. Indeed. Over it is. And you, I shall revoke your title. Wait, what? Oh, because he's Christian. I shall demand your conversion. Then you are in prison, so that shouldn't really be an issue. Demand religious conversion. Oh, he would also actually totally accept it. You know what? I'm all for local rule. I will tell you that much. You know, I've never been opposed to making those that are willing to submit our allies and our servants. We have the duchy title underneath us. I don't think we do. Duchy of Malazgirt. There you go. You know what? I'm gonna give it to you. You're a good man. Were in my prison. And saw that it was truth, what I said. One way or another. Look at this. Wonderful. Why do I keep saying one way or another? It kind of became my go-to phrase recently, and I can't even tell you why. What an annoying phrase it is. You wouldn't like to come to me, huh? Are you married to this? What? Damn, he's sending you up there? Look at this proudly Atuva, by the way. Polska not doing so hot. Damn. Wales is doing a decent job, you know, I will give that to him. France is doing a disgusting job. But they are doing a job, I guess. You know, everybody to their own power. But look at this, more of Hayk is now under our control, and that is definitely what I was looking for there. And the first war against the Byzantines has started. I mean, this is a new kind of chapter of diplomacy, you know? And I didn't even have to take up a loan. How often does that happen, huh? I don't need to obligate any of them. Second revolt against the rule of the Shahan Shah. Oh, wait a minute. Where are you rebelling? Am I blind? Oh, is it actually just you guys? Well, you're not gonna have fun with this one, I can tell you that much. I honestly think... What am I gonna do about you? I will never get a claimant, I will never be able to offer you vassalization, and I can't actually do a holy war, it appears. I think I'm just gonna claim this, we're gonna conquer it, and then I'm gonna trust that somebody conquers Armenia later on. I think that should work at the very least. Right, let's deal with it. Oh. Really? You want to do this? Are you certain about this? I the Holy Order. I don't know, you know, I mean, honestly, this is more wars than I actually anticipated. I thought we would go like 10 years straight up doing nothing, but here we are. It's just like a normal episode. Except I introduced it as this is not a normal episode. Claim the cause is righteous. Yes. Please support me, my friend. I like you too. I mean, we will beat the Buji dynasty again, and they're just gonna give me money. That's all they're gonna do. How much money are you gonna give me this time around? 1,400 bucks. Man, we might actually build a great work as Saint Anna. It's definitely a possibility right here. Right, there you go. We've taken the most important part of this entire war. And once the 4K... Actually, those 4K will not actually aid us, because they are a holy order. There you go. I mean, this is just an easy money war. What do you want me to say here? Ooh, let's have a fight. Man, when did we have the last fight? You know what? I would prefer you dead. Shouldn't even be here, you fool. Alright, let's take this down. Take everyone we found prisoner. Oh, they have 10k troops, huh? Don't like it, I will say that much, but he's attached to us, so I might as well just go over there and, you know, destroy him. I think we can beat him, right? There is rivers, there's mountains here. We know this exact province so well these days. Question is just, should we take the fight? I don't think we should. You know, we're gonna get money from him anyway. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a large loan. Just a large loan, you know, just a tiny one. Doesn't matter. And then we're gonna get the bull. Ooh, they are actually sold out. Excuse me. Wait a minute. There was a moment where I was like, is that our enemy? But it is not. They are still very much loyal. What about the Bulgarian band? I do remember you. And they are almost, or no, they are fully just heavy infantry now, which I'm a big fan of. Alright, I'm gonna let you take this, I think. And then we're gonna take a look at where else we can go. We will do nothing for now, that's okay. They can even re-siege this, I don't mind. I think we're gonna attack into them once everybody's arrived here. You know what, let's do it. Let's get it done. Ashort, of course, is going to be one of our leaders, heavy infantry leader. What is the amount of heavy infantry? Yeah, that's a decent amount, you know. I might be able to, like, yeah, let's take these out, actually, and then give you some more heavy infantry if we can. It's just like 5 heavy infantry, that's not enough. What a ridiculous heavy infantry offer. You know what, let's bring these Barony of Mox. Where are they? Barony of Mox, there you go. Just a tiny rebalance thingy, you know, not gonna do too much. And then, you know what? Where's my son? Bring my son. Adelphius. A direct leader, of course. But I will have this flank. Beautiful. Let's try, and, you know, maybe we're gonna lose it, but I don't see us losing this war at all. The Buji dynasty has tried time and time again, and they have never been able to actually defeat us. Far too weak as they are. Let's take a look at this. In the mountains. I died a natural death right before the battle could start. Are you kidding me? No longer participant. That's fine. She hardly ever gave any thought to spiritual matters. What? Get out of here with this description. A formidable duelist. We expect him to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. Long live Kaiser Adelphius. Kaiser Adelphius indeed. Imperial decay has risen a bit. Let's take a look at how this fight goes. I've recently inherited Fury from Saint Anna. It is not in good shape. Let's pay to maintain it, absolutely. You know, I think, like, we're gonna finish this war in the next episode. We didn't even get to finish it here. Disappointing, isn't it? But let's just, he's definitely a war-minded person. Oh, and I'm in Messalian prayer. Wait a minute. Abandon prayers. I'm not gonna abandon it, that's fine. We don't need a focus right now. We do not need a focus right now, but I would love to become known for my virtue. Let's just finish this battle and then the war we're going to finish in the next episode, because I want a proper introduction for Kaiser Adelphius of Hayastan. And we defeated them, I mean, easily. Knows there's hope. Is there hope? Not really. But you know what, I'm going to tell you yes, simply because you are an important vassal. Right, let's finish this battle and then we are done for the time being. Man, the next episode is going to be packed. That is crazy. In the next episode, we have Kaiser Adelphius of Hayastan, an amazing person who is apparently... I hate that they can adopt this trait, but that's okay. An amazing person who has had, you know, a huge family. Is currently in prayer, a religious person who knows everything about, you know, this sort of stuff going on here. I don't have to join, I can join, but I'm going to flesh out the society. As I said, I think starting next episode it should be fleshed out. He is incredibly promising in all ways, in every single way, and I don't think you want to marry my daughter at all. I don't think you deserve her. Sorry, mate. In every single way, he is amazing. And we're going to see the crusades, the jihads, everything is going to come and fall down on our feet in the next episode. I hope you are excited. This was a bit of a filler episode. The death of Queen Anna, I mean, or Saint Anna, man, I don't know if that can be pronounced a filler. What an amazing, story-rich character she was. The first, and maybe the only, of the Hayk family that lives in heaven. Or well, a soul made it, one way or another. Bingo of St. John, thank you. Alright, I will see you in the next episode. Later, alligator.